Hey, great Friday morning. It is a beautiful morning in the city of Brownsville, Texas, and I have a headache. I have a big headache. Uh, I'm going to think that my headache is coming from my muela. Could be. It just doesn't feel good, but I think it's getting better. I'm going to be going to Monterrey tomorrow, so I might have Abraham look at it just to make sure that it's healing correctly. Because I think that that's where the issue is. I think that I started to eat too soon afterwards, and some gunk might have gotten in there, made it started an infection or something of some sort. I'm not sure, uh, but I do have a headache. I had a headache last night, a little bit of yesterday. Actually, a cousin of mine who has a car lot, Angel's car lot on 14th Street in La Catorce. He stopped by because he's getting going to help me get a lost title, pick one up at the DMV in Far for my Fiat, the white one, which I am selling today to a member of the church in Victoria. He has a niece or something that always wanted a white Fiat, and I have a white Fiat, and so going to sell it to him, and I need to give him a title. So Angel is helping us in bringing the title, which should be good, and that way they can take it into Mexico and make it into a Mexican vehicle if they need to, whatever they need to do. It's cool. Um, I stopped by with him and had a quick little conversation, uh, a good conversation. Uh, I enjoy having good conversations, and I had a great conversation with Angel yesterday, and we talked a little bit about the missionary work and the missionary work that we're doing in Cuba, and how sometimes working with other groups may be something great when there's constant communication, and how it could be not so great when the communication isn't there. And also, there's just a lot of different little things that start to, unfortunately, fall into play. I'm going to give them a couple weeks, in order to respond to my inquiries in regards to where some balls were dropped that should not have been dropped. And I'm going to accept some of the responsibility because I should know better. I tend to be one of these individuals that does not trust uh, church people too much, because the problem is you expect everyone to start doing the right thing, and unfortunately, that's not always the case. Unfortunately for me, that was not the case uh, with the missionary work that we're doing in Cuba. It doesn't mean that we're going to stop doing the missionary work, because I still want to go out there and help the individuals that are in great need there, and we're going to, in some way, shape, or form. You just have to redirect a little bit. Always have Plan B ready. So we're going to start working on Plan B for our work in Cuba. Lad, Mexican dentists are famous for planting all in your teeth. So if that's the case here, I expect heatier, more intelligent discourse here, which means not a damn thing on Captain Bob or whatever became awfully outspoken. Leti Garcia. You got my word. but I still want to go do some great work with a lot of the individuals in Cuba. Uh, Cuba has my heart. On a personal note, it has my heart, and I'm just uh, wanting to continue. But one of the things that I shared with individuals was when we first went to Cuba, we went not knowing what the hell was going on. Actually, went with some misinformation, which almost left us in a pickle. Because I think I've shared this a long time ago. When it's uh, oh, AI, artificial intelligence is not out. Por favor, I'll read that again. Lisa is famous for planting artificial intelligence in your teeth. This is a cool friend of mine. I don't think he's going to inject me with anything other than something that I want to be injected with. I'm hoping. Azul, azul, Cruz Azul. Nice shirt. Thanks, man. Um, look at this monster. So what happens is, um, it was great. Neat. On the first trip to Cuba, we went out there, and I had thought that the AT&T was going to work because I read on online that AT&T would work. Also, was told that Mexican debit cards and credit cards would work in Cuba. That was not the case. We got there and no communication, no signal, nothing. And we're going like, oh my goodness. And d- directly went and stopped at an AT&T or a bank that has what teller and tried to use our Mexican cards out there. They did not work. So I was going like, oh my goodness. So we get to where the church that we're going to, and we sit down, and I said, guys, can't get any money because all the money I deposited into the bank account, which I thought we were going to be able to extract. We're not. So I had 100, I think I had 300 sub bucks cash. And my sister had 180, I think, or something, 160. And I'm going like, we're not going to make it because I hadn't paid for the hotel. And we're like, not going to make it. We're going to be there for 5 days. Very fortunate that a friend of ours from Monterrey had gone, and she had like 1,100 bucks, and I took that cash from her, lickety split, and we made it. Traded the money into the black market, learned about the black market, learned about cell phone use, about internet use. It was a learning experience. So it was a learning trip. So the next time that we went, we were a little bit better prepared. And this third time, we're going to be super well prepared. Except uh, we started working with this gringo church. And the gringo church was, had been working with these individuals for a while. So I said, hey, well, instead of instead of us having to, send off cash, which would be new for us because we had to go through 3P Pay or some other stuff. I said, let's just work together. We'll send you the cash. And since you already have a system in play, you all could send them the cash. So I did that, send them the cash for the first 3 months, stopped having communication with the church. Then we were supposed to go in October, which we are going to go in October. So I bought our own tickets, got ready to go, and all of a sudden, no communication. Come to find out that they had excluded us from the program without telling us. And I was not a happy camper yesterday because I do not like to get excluded from anything unless you let me know you're going to exclude me from this. What I'm trying to say is you need to be prepared. You have to be prepared. And you think that because you've got this big old team now, you think that things are going to go smooth. Uh, not. You have to be on top of everything. So I'm very fortunate that it's still August, September, October. We got 2 months, and I could fix this, but I hate having to because there should have not been nothing that needed to be fixed because this should have been taken care of last month in July, early July, because the last communication that I had with these individuals was back in June. Should have been taken in July. It would have given me one more month to prepare and to ask that they return the funds that we sent. So I'm going to turn over those funds to the Lord and say it's a given matter and prepare for October, where we are going to take charge now. It will be different because we're going to continue to commit to that which we promised to do, unlike the individuals that were in charge of this. We must move forward. And I make mention of all that because, guys, always in life, you have to have plan B. Always expect expect the best, hope for the best, but you better prepare for the worst. And don't get caught uh, with your pants down on your knees. I think that's the expression. You got to be prepared. And this is one of the things that has been bothering me in regards to what's happening with BISD, the district. They are shuffling kids back and forth from one school to another because of the air conditioning situation. And again, it's always, guys, it's always it's unexpected. Remember uh, Trey Mendes, former city mayor, said in regards to what was going on with the freeze and stuff, well, it was unexpected. No one expected it. You should have been prepared for something. They were prepared for nothing. Nothing. And I'm glad that they're going to have, I think on the 28th or the 31st, something, they're going to have let's get prepared type of situation going on at a fair or something at the public library. I'm trying to get some more information on it. But I'm going to almost guarantee you that a great old number of individuals here in the city of Brownsville don't even know about it. And that's what's unfortunate. So I said, got to be prepared for something, prepared for nothing. In this case, guys, they had all summer. And again, for people that are out there defending the district, like, well, it happens. It does not happen, guys. It may happen for companies that are starting up, new business. You get things that become unexpected. Like when I first entered my office here downtown, there was no air conditioning. So put up an air conditioner that was a used air conditioner. Stopped working after a couple of days. It was a used air conditioner, hadn't been used for a while. Had to call El Primo up. My Primo came and fixed it. He fixed it. We're not talking about a Erasmo Castro small 10,000, 12, $14,000 a year business, guys. We're talking about a $500 million giant that has different departments and is already top heavy, guys. So you're trying to tell me that 5, 6 area superintendents, a deputy superintendent, and a superintendent, and all the other minions out there, none of them thought it appropriate to go make sure that schools were going to be ready to receive our students? Shouldn't that have been something that they looked into months ago while we were away on vacation? Someone? Because they kept in operations, guys. They had maintenance folks out there. Couldn't someone have checked to make sure? What about the principals in those schools? And I'm not blaming, because the majority of the cases, I could almost guarantee you that the principals were out there screaming at the top of their lungs. Why weren't they heard? Now they're shuffling students around. It should be going to Ortiz and to other schools and sending them off to Keller. And that's unfortunate, because now parents are going to have to readjust. And there's going to be, and I don't know if you've seen the traffic out there on Alton Glore, where Keller Elementary is at Manzano. It's horrible. It's a mess. I hate at a certain hour having to go through there, guys, because it's just dangerous. It's already a bad situation. Now, with the extra influx of students going from Ortiz going into Keller, do they have a police officer presence there? Where are the superintendents? Dr. Gutierrez seems to think it's a great idea to do a picture moment and show his butt up on the roof for a picture moment. For what? Does he have a degree in air conditioning units? Why does he have? Think of this, guys. Why does the head of BISD have to go on top to look at an air conditioning unit? Is he going to diagnose it? Is he going to say, "Well, I see the problem"? He is not. What bothers me, it's just a picture moment, because that's what they do. A picture moment. And that's unfortunate. Really unfortunate. I don't know what's going on with BISD. I have no communication with anyone out there at BISD, and that's okay. Don't need to. I have communication with the parents and with students. And no, I'm not communicating with students on social media, guys. I have communication. It's not a good situation. And it could have been better. And it could have, should have been prevented. And they should have had plan B. But in the middle of the school year, they got to reshuffle everything. And that's unfortunate for parents and students and custodians and teachers. So it's not a good situation. And we're not nitpicking about stuff, guys. It's important, because unlike this chick that's the deputy superintendent, can't remember her name. Can't remember her name. Unlike her, can't open the windows. She seems to think that you could go out there and open the windows in these schools. That's how disassociated they are from the reality that we as a community live in, parents live in, students live in. Disassociation. Because she would know our schools. Would know that most of them don't have any windows. I would dare say almost all of them don't have any windows that can be open. The windows that they used to have on some of them do, have been sealed, and that's unfortunate. Pullum, a few shy of 1,000 students, 400 or so that don't live in the zone, and that's unfortunate. So what starts to happen, guys? It's a good excuse to bunch up 30, 40 students in a classroom that was made for 20. And the teacher to student ratio is horrible. But we were already living that, because a lot of teachers decide to leave, retire, and quit, not come back. There's a great need for teachers out there, guys. They're leaving for other professions, for other opportunities, guys. And that's unfortunate because you got the good ones leaving and you got the new ones on board. The same ones that are going out there and are already stressed out to the max. Now they have to deal with 40 students. You got custodians out there slapping students. Not good thing, guys. It's unfortunate. I'm not condoning it, but I understand. Stressed out. It's not an excuse. Shouldn't be out there slapping kids. And to the coaches out there, you shouldn't be out there touching the wee wees of kids. Shouldn't be out there taking kids on boat rides. Because then the district, those individuals at the top level that should be out there taking care of the air conditioning units, are out there moving coaches as if they were Catholic priests from one school to the other school to the other school because they're related to one of the upper highs at BISD. You got another one who's also related to one of the uppers at BISD, messing around with female students in Dana. The guy, they let him retire. Should have never let him retire. They should have fired his ass and made sure that he lost all the benefits. But they let him retire so that he could keep his benefits. I'm sorry, guys. Anyone out there that's, sleeping with students or grabbing their wee wees like those coaches out there, they do not deserve anything from the district because ultimately we are the district from us. So all those years we were paying those individuals that were related to the top ups. We were paying them to touch the wee wees of students. And ultimately, the responsibility falls on the community because you voted in crap. You voted in individuals that nos tienen así. They're never going to do anything about it. They're just going to pass the buck. And that's unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. So the district needs to fix those damn air conditioners today. Put the students back into school Monday. No excuses. Yeah. And that's what's ultimately going to happen. The other meeting I had yesterday, I had a meeting with Dr. Laura Cisneros. I had a great conversation. Dr. Laura Cisneros will be running for the Republican nomination for Congress. I don't know if she's put it out there. I just did. She'll be running against Mayra Flores. Mayra Flores is a fake. A fake. And an ill representation of anything conservative here in the area. Doesn't even live in the area. So right now, Dr. Laura Cisneros is looking damn good in the Republican primary for Congress. Mayra Flores was a fake, is a fake, will continue to be a fake. Mayra Flores has no pathway to becoming the next congressman for our district. Zero. Zip. Nada. Mayra Flores is a fake Barbie. Mayra Flores is the Barbie 956. Mayra 956. La Barbie 956. That's what Mayra Flores is. All plastic. no action. So we'll see who else throws their hat in the ring. As of right now, Dr. Laura Cisneros is looking really good. Right after where is Barbie doll? Barbie doll 956. I'm good at naming people here. Guys, I am heading to Walmart to buy a bag for a gift that I bought. I'm taking it to Mexico. And I'm going to go shave my beard because I have a party in Mexico. I'm wearing this shirt with a beautiful bow tie. I'm going to look amazing for personal reasons. I love y'all. Guys, uh, hopefully, Roman said he was going to be on this morning, but Roman's a big fat liar. And he's fat and ugly. I'm waiting for Eduardo Paz Martinez to let me know when he's going to start chiming in on the morning shows. I need Eduardo Paz Martinez. Very knowledgeable individual, individual who will be an awesome co-host in the mornings. I'm excited at the possibilities. So Eduardo Paz, you let me know when you're ready, puppy. And let's do this thing. Guys, have a great day. Great weekend. I'll do my best to come on tonight at 9 p.m. We'll see what happens. Guys, be good to each other. Continue to be good to me. God bless.